Good morning or afternoon or evening, wherever you're watching on the replay. Thank you for coming back and watching this on the replay. I really appreciate your time. Let me know in the comments what time it is and where you're watching from. It'd be great to hear from you. And hello to everyone who's tuning in live. This is my 10 at 10 in the Grow community inner circle. And today I am talking about why working hard doesn't have to be hard work. And there's a few elements that I want to cover in this. The first one, talking a little bit about what hard work really is and what I mean by that statement. Hi Christina, thanks for tuning in. Hi Emma, hi everyone who's jumping on. Yeah, so working hard doesn't have to be hard work. Something that I've been pretty good at within my business for a while, when I've done it, and haven't done it anywhere near often enough in the past, is focusing. Really focusing on the task at hand. We allow ourselves, especially in this modern age with our smart devices and even watches that buzz and vibrate, to be distracted by so many things. And we have a limited attentional space. So when people talk about multitasking, it can be a great thing to do. Multitasking can be really useful, but we tend to go about doing it in the wrong way. So multitasking is great if one of those tasks is a mindless habit. So something like that doesn't fill your attentional space. So something like, your morning routine, you don't really need to be actively thinking about it. So you can multitask that by listening to an audiobook at the same time, or something inspiring to get you thinking about the day ahead, or whatever it might be. If you're cooking, for some people, that requires a lot of focus. For others, that doesn't take up a lot of attentional space, so that's another great time where you can also be cooking and having a chat with a friend on the phone or whatever it might be. There's plenty of useful examples of multitasking. But what people try and do, because we're so busy and we've got so much on, is multitask in the moment when they're working on things that actually require their attention. And we end up jumping between things, especially with email notifications and Facebook pinging away. We'll start one thing and we'll very quickly and very easily be distracted by something else. Now, we're designed that way to an extent. Hey Gary, we're designed to be aware of threats and opportunities that are around us. And so every time we hear a ping, we get that slight rise in stress level, actually, that says, oh, there's something that we need to pay attention to, there's something we need to deal with, and then we deal with it. But quite often, it's not something that's urgent or important. In fact, it rarely is. And even when it is something important, it's not something that needs a response in that moment. So to make working hard easier for yourself, getting those tasks done, focusing on one thing is so important. So important. Having those moments where you decide, not I'm going to spend 2 hours just solidly with my head down on this thing, because that's not how the brain works. 90-minute cycles is kind of what most things are based on in the human mind to some extent. And actually, you're best off focusing really hard for, say, an hour at most, maybe a bit less. But then you only need like a 20-minute break or less, 10 to 20 minutes of doing something different, of relaxing, of whatever, to then be able to come back recharged and carry on with the next thing. What we tend to do instead is just try and power through and power on and just keep going. And actually we become less effective as we do that and more prone to being distracted by all these other things that are going on. So I wonder how much you could achieve today if you plan in just 40 minutes even, where you're going to put your phone in do not disturb mode and put it to one side. You're going to get rid of whatever distractions you can, absolutely minimize it, and just focus on that one task that you want to achieve and want to get done. And you may be surprised to notice the real difference that can make. You may also find and be just surprised to realize just how difficult that is when you're out of practice doing it. When you hear that notification ping or the email pops up, we're designed to be easily distracted to a point. But we can work on that and we can improve that. And one of the best ways to improve our attention span, our ability to focus, and to manage our attentional space. So what I mean by attentional space is that basically what you can think about at any given time. And don't forget, there's different elements to our thoughts as well. There's creative side and there's the logical side. There's obviously more, but those two key components play a big part in focus. It can really pay to break your day up and focus on a logical knowledge type process thing, and then once you're done with that, or take a break in that and focus on a creative type task. Switching between them allows you to keep fresh and keep effectively refreshing different parts of your mind as you go along through your day. So it can be a really good way of using it. My other top tip, and this is a really key part and can make such a difference in so many aspects and areas of your life, because it's not just about attention to the task at hand, it's about whether you're really paying attention to the people around you. See, today, in this day and age, it's so easy to underestimate the value of attention. We talk about time and how important it is, and how time is a finite resource. We only have so much time, and what you choose to dedicate it to makes a huge difference, and that's absolutely true. But it's easy to forget that attention is a big part of that as well. I could spend all day with someone, but if I'm not paying them true attention, then have I really spent that time properly with them? And there can be balance. I'm not saying that you need to always be 100% attentive on that one thing, but having periods of your day and time frames where you specifically decide to do that and make it happen can have a huge impact on your productivity. To bring all of that together, the thing that makes all of that much, much easier is practice, is training your mind and your brain to be able to cut out those distractions, to focus on the task at hand, to put your attentional space, fill your attentional space with the thing that matters. And one of the best ways to do that is to relax. Relaxation is so important. Whether you do that in the form of meditation, whether you use self-hypnosis, whether you sign up to Relax Club, I'll drop the link in the comments because, hey, why not take the opportunity to sell my stuff? But ultimately, just taking time to practice relaxation in whatever form is so helpful. It helps to train your brain and practice focus and managing your attentional space. And it does it in a very relaxed and easy way. So if you are looking to learn meditation or relaxation and you don't know where to start, very quick few tips. Firstly, don't do what so many people do when they first try, which is try and clear your mind completely, because it won't work, right? It won't work. We're not used to it. You're probably not used to it. If this is the first time that you're trying relaxation, it could be very difficult for you to do that. So instead, find something to focus your thoughts on, which could be as simple as just focusing on your breathing and just taking the time to focus on how that feels in each breath in and out, etc. And anytime you find yourself distracted, instead of beating yourself up and being frustrated about it, celebrate it, because the fact that you've noticed that you were distracted gives you the chance to bring your focus and attention back to your breath or whatever thing you're focusing on. And each time you do that, you're going to be improving your ability to focus on the task at hand. So that is my 10 at 10. I'm going to leave bang on 10 past. So if you do have any questions, still whack them in the comments and I shall come back and reply to them. Thank you very much. And remember, take some time today to choose a chunk of time where you're going to really focus your time, efforts and attention on that one task. See how it goes. Let me know. Cheers.